y'all, it's the Cincy Lady of East Texas. I've been in for 10.5 years and I've seen lots of consultants come and lots of consultants go on my team and also across the board. But what I want to remind you is that if you are struggling with feeling like you can't motivate your team, you don't know how to motivate your team, you don't know what they want from you as a leader, keep in mind that you have to give yourself grace. Your business, your customers, your PRV will always, always, always come first. Always. Do I need to repeat that? Your sales, your PRV, and taking care of your customers always comes first. Then your team. Your team joined knowing that they were going to be independent consultants. That means that they are in charge of their customers. They are in charge of their PRV. All the things, right? They have the same training opportunities that you have. They have access to the workstation. They have access to the training center. They have access to your Facebook group where they can ask questions, right? It is not your responsibility to figure out what motivates them, what makes them tick. All you need to do as their sponsor, leader, director, whatever your role is to them, you need to be available for cheerleading. Really? I mean, honestly, like, you don't have to be available for questions. They have access to the training center. They have access to all sorts of information. But if you have been beating yourself up about the turnover in your team, I've been there. Y'all, I've been in 10.5 years, and I can guarantee I've seen a lot of teamies go and a lot of teamies come in, and they don't stick. And that's okay. So, from a fellow leader to a leader, I challenge you to give yourself grace when it comes to knowing what your team wants, knowing how to work with them, knowing the best ways to do all the things. Y'all, you're not going to. Your business will always come first. Your PRV will always come first. Taking care of your customers will always come first. I promise. And you can sit and say, oh, but I like to have X number of team members. Well, okay, you can have 100 team members, but if only 12 are doing the work, then what are those other 88 people doing? They're doing nothing, really. They're dead weight. They are dead weight, and it is time to prune them. So as we head into the spring and you think about leaves blooming and flowers blooming and all the things, you can continue to water your team. You can continue to weed the team, but get rid of the dead weight. I mean, honestly, like, think of spring as pruning season. You are pruning out those that are no longer interested in working their business. You are pruning out those that are constantly coming to you with questions that they could easily find elsewhere if they were just a little bit motivated, right? So, don't beat yourself up about the number of check marks that you may have or the number of active frontline that you have. Work with the willing and love the rest. That is all that I know to tell you, because 80% of your team won't do anything. Honestly, 20% of your team will do 80% of the work. And that's something that is a harsh reality that you just have to accept. Honestly. 80% of your team really are hobbyists or will eventually fall off. And that's okay. And what I've learned over the years is that, because I used to beat myself up, I used to cry, I used to feel like such a lousy leader. And you know what? What they do or don't do is not a reflection of you. It's not. It is not a reflection of you or your leadership or your lack thereof, or whatever you may be thinking, whatever you may be doing to beat yourself up. Don't do it. Don't beat yourself up. You are an incredible leader. You are an incredible sponsor. That's why you're in a leadership role with Cincy. So keep pruning, keep working with the willing, love the rest. Let them know that you're there for them, but you're not going to answer their questions in, 20 seconds after they ask it. They've got places that they can go to look for the answers. So it's time for you to stop beating yourself up over what may or may not be going on in your team. And don't allow that to feel like it's a reflection of your leadership. Just something that's been on my heart today and I thought I would share. So if you've been struggling with these things, please know that you're not alone. Like I said, I've been in Cincy for 10 and a half years, and I can't tell you the times that I've gotten so upset because I feel like I've got so many check marks, or I've got so much this or so much that. Y'all, it's not worth it. Work with the willing and love the rest. And always, always, always remember, you are an incredible leader. That's why you're in a leadership role. Talk to y'all soon.